capsule. So items are still those that are going to have the capsule tickets. So the players that I've been playing with the game for the last year, and it's just a very fair captain and a very strong here, and I think there's still going there. They're very interesting. Well, so the Olympics are all away, and Canada invites to get in, and 40 players getting the invite. The men's team for Team Canada, and celebrating the garden. Celebrating the garden, and the Blackhawks Canada in the Olympics. I think that youngest players will all come to watch. So we'll see what they do. One thing that will not happen in this team is goaltending. Now, the goaltending is the same as Doug Corey, the third goaltender, Nathan Young, and Dan Monta. So those are just the goaltenders for Team Canada. That's not going to change unless it's victory. And then if you have 50% of the one, but at this point in time, those are the three goaltenders. And what is who I've had a time with?
What are your responses, Jacob?
The sign of the big the restless spirit still with me. Some bullets and better draft on food. I'm afraid that things are not. One, the outdone with Brazil. The show is the staying with the outdone. It was supposed to go the grand sky is full of its red room. The day of fun.
Trade name both of these guys on this team. They'll be valuable addition. Oh, they want. Ooh, shit, they do want turbine. Okay.
Legend says it was left at the altar over a century ago, and anchors set in that very room. Some chasing waits for her turn. Others safety surrounded of her apartment. Whatever figure her fine time. I come to them. Bring her legs with the sky. The soft in her brow down. The lights flicker. And the reflection of her down. Her hand pressed against the wall. And then darkness. With no reward. The blind, full. No signs of the dawn. The falls into the lost of truth. No full capabilities. So dumb. So stand at time. For careful and the shadows stretched long across the board's floor. Can't understand why no one stays here at the dawn. The wind whispered, not through the trees, but through your ears. It sounded like a voice. Soft.
Oh my god, it will.
They say,
Oh my god, hello. Big blockbuster trade right there.
dusty by everyone. So the night began. Locals found their bodies slated, headless, buried in the vicinity. No one ever found the killer or their heads. Long, large pounded, the path lines buried in the woods. Then slammed. A branch behind me. Witness was there. Here.
Slow coating.
Great. Like, kind of like second pairing. That's good. Philip Roper, welcome to Chicago.
Still, she whispers that you seem like that. Silence. When you open your eyes, you're alone. But in your mind is a small, rusted bronze. And smeared across the surface. Written, thirsty, fighting. They say she still wanders the road, searching, and wants you to you never saw. Whispers of you rusted, ready. You thought campus stories were just stories to scare friends until you stayed alone late in the room residence. The building creaked like a intrusion. Every step down the narrow hallway and moved as if something was following just behind you. Laughed it off. The winter door swung shut on itself. Behind the lights lit. The laughter entertained. That night, the scrapping began. At first, someone trying to put inside the closet. He opened it up. Just old textbooks and a faint smell of milk. Shut it, walked in. But the scrapping got louder. Faster. Like nails clawing through his wood. Then faintly humming. 3 slow comments. Always in threes. On your door. At exactly 3:30 a.m. You check the hallway empty. The soul. But when you look back in the summer, your bed sheets have been pulled off. You folded on the floor. And written across your door ready for the words. Could have been done. They say for the lots done on the tablet. A ribbon student will work for the ground. Some say you don't look the window. Others whisper to the store. But everyone agrees he's still there. Waiting. And if you ignore the warnings, it makes sure you leave the same way he did. So, next time you hear a knock in the dead of night, ask yourself, is it just a prank? Or has he chosen you? 4. King's Landing, historical settlement, Brickswood. By day, King's Landing is charming horse-drawn carriages, lofty factories, crackling wires and iron stoves, a window, but stay there. You volunteered for a late-night tour. Just you, a lantern, and the empty homes of long-dead settlers. In the McFarland house, your guide joked about those exciting shadow figures, rocking chairs that move on their own. The sound of a baby crying from the attic when no children were ever reported living. Until you heard it from someone. A soul muffled cry. You climbed the narrow staircase, lantern footlit. The attic door stood open. Cold air poured. Though the night was warm, you stepped inside, alone, and the door slammed shut behind you. The crying stopped. You whispered below, but got a whisper back. Not yours, just behind you, in the dark. Something moved. You turned and saw the figure sitting in the rock. Head down, hands folded, dressed in black, like mourning clothes. Her body swayed through the air. But her head didn't. Stay strong. Because once you enter King's Landing after hours, you don't need to live.
Christ Church Cathedral, Frederick. It was supposed to be peaceful, majestic stained glass, soaring arches, and a holy silence that wrapped the cathedral like a veil. But something inside Christ Church doesn't rest. Then it comes, just before closing. The last echoes of Jordan church and faded, as the much doors reached down the night. Wandered through the ancient years, admired the sacred news. He felt it, a cold breath on the back of it. He heard no one. That's when the organ began to play again. But he noticed, low, all distant. But there was no one to bend. He backed away. But the music followed, swelling, going further. Every stained glass window began to flicker, like something was moving behind the colored glass. Then he saw them, a figure rose in his shadow, standing where the pulpit meets the choir zone. No face, just the outline of a woman veiled, walking like me. He whispered, "Who are you?" He raised a trembling hand. "Like you." Then he called him. Then, sparked into the wood. He saw something that hadn't been there before. He got it. Suddenly, every candle blew out at once. Some say he was the wife of a priest who promised her salvation, but abandoned her in scandal. Others say he was buried beneath the floor. Never forgive him. He waits in silence, watching. And as he listened closely, the organ still played so singing, especially when you're alone. Six, little island historical park. Miracle. You didn't know the island had a past soaked in death. They heard the same. Little island was still from the middle, so that we crossed the narrow pathway down. The minutes will flow around your feet, and the air, with song. They say in 1847, ships from Ireland arrived, packed with the sick and dying and fleeing family, only to find death waiting on this shore. Hundreds perished in quarantine, buried in mass graves, forgotten, but not gone. As he wandered past the rusted houses, something heard, and heard the voice, the written voice, song, singing, eating. You turned, expecting a dawn, but towards end. But the island was empty. There came the bells. There was still tones from the town of ruins. Those bell tower collapsed years ago. Air turned ice cold, and bands grew somber. A figure in rags, barefoot, so like he just stepped on the storm around here. Her eyes sunken, pleading at yours. He raised one hand and pointed toward the cemetery. He followed, groaned, but when he stepped between the graves, he heard the beat, as if something was falling just beneath the soil. He ran.
Kristen's help, we've talked about something, not just the storm experience, but anticipate that. So for employees, that means they always know the next step.
Back across the causeway, never looking back. Locals say the island is cursed. It's dead, not a piece, but no camera can capture what you saw that night. The sun had set, casting the bridge into the forest below. He stood in the middle, mesmerized by the roar of the churning water below. Then, silence. total silence. Not a wave, not a gust of wind, just stillness. Turned and saw a woman in tattered dress, standing at the far end of the bridge, soaking wet, motionless, staring directly at him. Her eyes, black, ominous, never blinked. He called out no answer. Then, without moving her lips, she whispered inside her head, "Take my lady." Suddenly, he heard a child cry. Then, far below, he filled the edge, heart racing. The water boiled quickly, and for a moment, he thought he saw tiny hands reaching out by the current. He stumbled back, gasping, but she was gone. Locals say a woman once jumped from the bridge, clutching her infant after being betrayed by the father. They say he still roams the span, searching for her child. And if you stop long enough to listen, he might escape you to the one who let him drown. Eight. The Charlotte County Courthouse, St. Andrew. You don't expect to feel fear in a courthouse. But the moment you stepped into the Charlotte County Courthouse, the place that stood since 1840, you felt wrong. Not by justice, by something holy and holy. It was thrown beneath your feet. The walls, filled with baby, seemed to breathe. You were alone. But so you thought. You wandered into the building cells beneath the main floor. Small, stone-walled rooms, where prisoners waiting for their verdicts or their execution. And that's when you heard the chains, dragging, clicking, coming closer. You froze, flashlight shaking. Beneath the curtain, a shape moved across the bar wall. A man, clenched, wrists bound in shackles. His eyes burned with rage. He screamed silently. You turned to run, but the cell door slammed shut, walking, stretching echoes all around you. Deep, angry, desperate, and into the walls over and over was a single word: innocent. They say one prisoner was wrongly executed right here in Hannigan Secret, buried beneath the courthouse. His name was never clear. His spirit never left him. Whispered to anyone who entered the cells underground. And if you listen long enough, you should have heard that he never gave him. Nine. Multiple seizures. Hold on. 5 years. Athletic shoes. Nice. But no nuts. No nuts of any kind. As you are not there. At first, Fort Bosie Jewel feels like just another relic stone walls, grassy mounds, and history frozen in time. But step inside the old barracks, and history begins to move. It happened one foggy afternoon. You were exploring the tunnels beneath the board junction, narrative, and going with your heavy step. You reached the dead end, turned around, and someone was standing in it. A soldier, uniformed figure, face painted on his face. He didn't move, didn't speak, just stayed, as if still guarding a post long forgotten. He blinked and sat. Then the drum started. The whole heavy war drum echoed through the halls. Footsteps followed with the top stone. Shouts and threatening. Then he. Then. Silence. The walls began to shake. He stumbled out to the sun. Heart racing. The battlefield outside was different. Previously on Rack's Game of Presents.
What do you guys feel like playing?
Well, honestly, it's about time we start our Fallout 4 racing.
Oh, come on, dude. I don't want to play that track.
Wait, who's this Troy?
Howdy, gentlemen. Oh, shit, it's JFK.
We're just about to start our modern Fallout 4 racing.
Ooh, that sounds tight. Can I join? I had a grand time playing most of the moves with you guys. You want to play through the whole series with us? Sure. That would be epic. But the little bird told me that the fans wanted me to make it fair.
All right, boys, here we are.
I can't believe we're finally playing this game.
I know, right? It's about damn time.
Okay, gentlemen, let's make our characters right quick.
Damn, our character's looking pretty baller right now.
Yeah, same here. My guy looks pretty active.
No, he's not. Making as fat as me like that.
One of you was going to say that?
Keep it going, Donnie. You're bigger than that.
Fine. But I'm only making my character an obese hog if Obama makes his ears thicker.
I'll do it only because that's a valid trade.
Okay, I think we're all looking pretty good. Yeah, I'm all done. Are we ready to go?
Sure, let's do this.
Good morning, Codsworth. You're looking British as ever.
Not gonna lie, I really like seeing some pre-war Fallout at the beginning of this game.
Yeah, but all we need to see is how you know. The only thing cooler is if they spinning no Fallout in downtown Boston. That's actually real town. But I think Fallout 4 and 3 drag on too damn long and they're over.
I remember we were talking to Obama about this when we first started our New Vegas playthrough.
That's right. I didn't like how New Vegas just kind of throws the player on their ass.
What are you yapping about, Barack? It's better than sitting through 20 minutes of bullshit.
On God. Anyways, let's go ahead and assign our special points.
All right. What stats are you guys gonna put the most points in?
I went ahead and gave myself 9 charisma. It pretty much helps you breeze through the entire game.
Why is your name Trump 2024?
I gotta advertise something.
Of course, Donald has to make everything political.
Whatever. I made my stats pretty balanced. I know I should have announced myself. Jim Levy, I'm usually dead, but I gave myself 6 endurance.
Same here, but I gave myself 6 intelligence instead.
Obama, he's breaking the rules. We were supposed to make our characters realistic.
I'm gonna beat your ass, Donald. God, I would kill to see you guys in a UFC ring.
I feel like that would get to the weight of revelations.
No cap. Boys, I'm gonna be real for a second. I think this baby is too dark to be fun. Guys, in this universe, are we all sharing the same life?
Oh, hell no. I don't want sloppy seconds from Donald when he messes with our wife.
Who the fuck said Donald should be going first? We ought to thank you this lady.
Be quiet before you get us demonetized, John.
Fine, I'll back down this time.
Oh no, boys, look at the news. They hit the second tower.
Damn, there's nuclear explosions all over America. We better get to the ball.
No time to lose. Let's go, go, go.
Come on, boys, we gotta hurry.
Dude, where's the ball? What do you mean? It's up the trailer. I can't find it.
1 second, boys. I gotta talk to these ladies right quick.
Guys, quit harassing the lesbians. We don't have time for that.
Oh, damn, they're not letting the ball chick rep in the ball.
Oh, shit. You'll read no way you just died from the news.
For real. This got the bad end.
Sure, I haven't played this game in months.
All right, I made it to the platform.
Stay here. I just hopped on.
Oh, shit, Donald Martin on John.
Shut up. That's not funny anymore.
Maybe not, but it's 3 of a town.
All right, boys, here we are. Don't want to under the old belts and textures of honor.
Gentlemen, I have a question.
What's good, Johnny?
I was curious what you guys think of Fallout 4's storyline. A lot of people say it's act.
I think the game is dog water all the way around. I like this game, but the story's pretty weak, but I think the gameplay makes up for it. Can we please just replay this game, Johnny?
Shut up, Joe. We're playing forward. There's nothing to say.
All right, are we all ready to get on?
So, we're going to look like Austin Powers for the next 200 years.
Joe's going to get the best sleep of his life.
Even though it's 200 years now, does sound Check it out, boys. Kellogg's and Abe Lincoln's our life.
Guys, I just had a deep ass thought.
Let's hear it, Donald.
If I'm Austin Powers, then does that mean Kellogg's bald ass is Dr. Evil?
Donald over here, almost distorted eye. Shit.
I know. I'm on something different today.
Okay, dudes, let's get out of here.
Finally, this game takes way too long to get started.
Well, hold on there, Donald. I feel like this game's opening was more interesting than Fallout 3.
That's not saying a lot. Fallout 3 was garbage.
No, it wasn't. You said third?
Yeah, we still get comments about ranking Fallout 76 about it on the Fallout tier list video.
Are we ever going to get to play 76 together?
I'm not answering that yet.
Oh, but for real, have you guys thought about what you're going to play once we're done with Fallout 4?
I mean, I'm sure we're going to see Fallout 3 still want something.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate to Skylar placement with you guys someday.
All right, I got my first gun in the overseer's office.
Right here, I've been using a baton to smack the road.
All right, kid boy acquired.
Let's go. Are you guys ready to enter the Commonwealth?
Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Boys, look, I found some Smarty Pants pretty good. That's what's up, this damn thing.
Whatever. I was going to go help out Preston and Thompson. What are you doing, Johnny?
I was thinking about going with the railroad. It's been months since I've sided with them. So what the hell am I supposed to do?
Well, you should do the Institute ending. You get some decent rewards from it.
That's a lie.
Quit complaining, Donald. You've got arguably the best ending in our last place.
Fine, whatever. I don't even care anymore.
Boys, look. I mean,
Obama, put that down.
Sorry, boys, I'm talking to Cowboys right now.
hey, here, just skilled supplies without sanctions.
Hey, I just left Sanctuary Island. I still can't believe that you guys are making the goddamn Institute ending.
That's too bad, Donald.
You're not my fucking boss, Joe.
No, not even in person.
Eat my asshole.
What are you doing, John?
I just found a couple cap stashes and a revolver. This should probably get me to only go to church. One piece.
The One Piece is real. Shut the hell up, Joe. This is why no one ever wants to play Roblox with you.
Tell that to the boys. We've been grinding Phantom Forces every day.
You honestly still play Phantom Forces in 2024?
You're damn right I do. I'm level 140.
That's not a brag, Joe.
Neither is your free-ass haircut.
Boys, I just got donkey.
That's cool. I might go by the combat zone in a little while and grab Case. It's pretty goaded. I just tried out my new piece on these raiders and it worked like a charm.
Oh boy, I just found a caravan shotgun on this dead.
Yeah, nice find, Joe.
Okay, I just passed through Congress. I'm on my way to Diamond City right now.
Damn, you have a lot of walking ahead.
Okay, gentlemen, where are we at?
I routed out in this farm a few minutes ago. I'm talking in this farm.
That's lame. I just spent the night at this local settlement. Oh, please, I'm surprised none of us have died yet. Are you joking?
Hold on. No smoke and soon.
Shut up, Obama. That bear came out of nowhere.
How are things going on your end?
I'm pretty decent. I'm fighting my way into the consumer freedom so I can safeguard against the police.
I was going to do the Minutemen ending, but I was thinking of all of the walking we have to do for it.
Yeah, that's valid. I think that's now comes to the common.
What about the Brotherhood of Liberty?
Yes, but the Brotherhood don't really care about this settlement situation.
That's kind of true, actually. They mainly care about the Institute of Technology or some bullshit.
Yeah, but I feel like that's better than listening to Preston talk about marking the settlement on his map for the rest of time.
Speak the guard. Second minute, man. Good.
That's bad fire. I used my lab coat because I found some armor and shit. I just pulled up a thicket excavation.
Shit, there's some fools on me.
Be careful, Joe. There's still the end of the video.
I didn't get told that. Why would you think there wouldn't be a big mega loser? Skill issue for a student, all right?
Locked and stared down with Mother Nature. Some would, but others pushed forward. Today, I would build on something and the trigger one. I was like the air was slaves. I was able to wipe them out. The problem now is that
Damn. We'll look around for some more.
Oh, fuck.
he is Donald Boy.
Nothing, he just had an ugly beard. Actually, I think I remember that guy being a Raider boss. No cap.
Oh, you don't. I made it up to Preston and Cleveland's final.
That's what's up. We just found Starlight Drive in.
Damn, Joe, that place looks super safe. You should go and loot the parking lot.
Good idea, Donnie. Thanks for the advice.
Joe, I hope you know the Spanish and balls on.
Oh, God, there's all that here for it.
Jesus Christ, Joe just got wombo-gomboed by those mole rats.
Donald, you lied.
Yes, and it worked.
You're a good for that, Joe. Check me out, homies. I got some 245 power on.
That's cool. I just came across a couple of things. I'm running away from Iron Arts and Raiders right now. I'm damn near surrounded.
What, I just cleared out the drive. And
God damn it, now they're super mutants. Jesus, I'm playing Ring Around the Rosies at this school.
come to the code.
Screw this, I gotta run.
Man, I just wiped out all of the Congo brands.
What about the Death Club?
What the?
Oh, fuck, there's so many enemies on me.
Bro, you just getting up scoped by a blowfly?
It's not his fault, Joe. His character's too elite, so he can hardly run. Shut up, John.
All right. I was able to take down the death wall without Preston's help.
It's epic, Obama. We'll see you next week.
I think I'm going to go back from Preston to Sanctuary. Do some settlement business.
Boys, I just came across this bridge. It's full of traps and explosives. You should run through it, no faults. He'd have some facility bricks may fool Joe, but not me.
Shut up. That wasn't my fault. I hardly ever played this game.
How many hours do you have before, Joe?
I have 13 hours on the stick, but I played through it on my Willy Wonka Xbox Series X. So probably around 20 in total.
Dude, how did you get the Willy Wonka Xbox?
I'm the president, so I have one.
Bro, it's abusing its power.
Not as bad as Donald is.
Be quiet, Obama. No one asked you. All right, gentlemen, I made it across the 9/11 bridge.
I just made it to Lexington. I'm still on my way to Cleveland.
I hate how big this map is. There's so much more walking.
Yeah. but there's definitely a lot to explore. I'm still finding good stuff in this game.
Oh gosh, the Pharaohs just ran up behind you.
I just got a radio signal from the Brotherhood.
That's good. What do you guys think of my power armor?
That looks so American. It's fabulous, Obama.
Thanks, Donald.
Okay, I'm crossing this river into Boston, getting near the church.
I finally arrived in Cambridge with you guys.
That's cool. I just made it to Lexington.
Preston just told me a settlement needs our help, and that he'll mark it on my map.
You're going to hear a lot of that throughout this series.
Honestly, I'm happier doing the Institute ending rather than listening to Preston Grady yap about settlements.
Did you just call him Preston Grady?
Yeah, what's the matter?
It's Gardner. Preston Gardner. Not Grady. Bad fucking deal.
Donald is munching on his mind right now.
Shut the hell up. I've been losing weight recently. Yeah, screw you guys, it's true.
Donald, you can't lose 2 pounds to say you're losing weight.
Yeah, you're not disgusting him. You guys are assholes. The Indians just killed off all these sparrows.
That's cool. I just gave Mama Murphy some fat.
You gave Mama Murphy what?
What are you doing, John?
I just entered the church. I'm going to go find the railroad.
Wonderful. I'm crossing the bridge into Boston. I'm almost at Diamond City.
Okay, boys. I'm heading towards Overland Station. They're having a radar problem, so I'm going to go try to help.
Dan stood after you told him to find a good transmitter. I think he asked the wrong person. You can't even walk up some stairs without falling over. Yeah, and you can't walk by the Donald without even encouragement.
There, Rose just got hit with the Uno reverse.
Shut up, John. Why don't you go for read or something?
Been there, done that.
Check it out, guys. I bought this shotgun from a tweaker.
That's pretty cool. Dancing on his tweaker. Shit, I just ran out of ammo fighting these fools.
Man, that sucks. Be careful, John.
I'm going to hide in the basement. Maybe they won't see me down here.
There's a guy named Gary here. He's trying to kill me.
That's a Fallout 3 automotive. Damn, there's some raiders along the path.
Boy, Gary dropped a legendary Bolson.
Oh, fuck, the thing was found me.
Look, it's about time John died in one of these videos. For real, I thought he was mortal.
Keep my balls. I got cornered.
Guys, what do you think of my new hat?
Pretty fire, not gonna lie.
Okay, I finally found the gosh darn railroad.
John, never say gosh darn on this channel ever again.
I just slept until daytime. It was starting to get dark a second ago.
Odd as any answer killing more raiders right now. We're getting pretty close to Archer's system. I got into Diamond City a second ago. I'd like to find another weapon from Arturo.
So he's going to give it all those weapons. Probably raid the capital with it.
Shut the fuck up, John. You look like Norm from Phineas and Ferb.
At least I don't have baby girl hands.
God, I look at John on these streets. I sure don't.
That's too bad, Donnie. It looks like you're stuck with me until we finish this game together.
This is so unfair. Why couldn't we have played this with Bill instead?
Bill doesn't like the best games. Also, Kennedy is goaded as hell.
Barack is over here spinning super hot fire.
Also, the fans think I'm cooler than you, Donald.
No, the hell they don't.
All right, Danny Dance presented the building.
That's great. I just bought a katana from Trudy.
I also just bought a power fist. This thing is going to do some damage.
How much unarmed damage are you doing with them little ass hands?
John, I'm going to beat the piss out of you if you keep talking shit.
What are you doing, John?
I just got a vision from Deacon. We're going to meet up somewhere in Lexington.
Oh, fuck. There's sins everywhere. Yeah, you're doing the Brotherhood ending, Joe. What the hell did you expect?
Jesus, I finally made it to the settlement.
Where are you headed, Donald?
I'm going to Boston Common to St. Nick Valentine. I'd like to have cake from the combat zone while I'm over there. I'm not too sure which companion I'm going to get. I'll probably keep him with me for a while.
I just killed a spider raider outside of Overland Station. He has some really good armor.
Help you find Obama. I just found Deacon. We're going into Slocum Joe to find some prototypes.
Oh, crap. There's some raiders in this floodgate. I'm going to see if I can wipe a few of them out.
Oh, I think Donald is at a disadvantage. His character is so large that he has a bigger hitbox.
Joe, but you're probably right.
All right, I just met Redneck Bob, and he told me Deacon of a minefield outside of the Slocum Joe.
I don't think his name is actually Redneck.
It isn't, but it sure as hell should be.
God damn it, I just got bitch slapped by this raider.
Elbows, I just on the jump jet. I can't wait to start killing citizens.
That's a Fallout 4 armor.
All right, I just pulled up to the combat zone. I'm going to go and grab Kate right quick.
Check this out, boys. I've got a hardcore parkour my way down off of this bridge.
Oh, man, this is going to end poorly.
Son of a bitch, I missed the tree.
Damn, that was a major skill issue like this.
Shut up, Joe. You're agent of skill issue.
I just got to the Corvega assembly plant to deal with these raiders.
Jesus, I'm surrounded by these raiders.
Hold up, I'm going to try this hardcore parkour again.
Even if you die again and it costs me the death challenge, I'll laugh my ass off.
Those were all good. I made it safely. I'm going to enter this silver gate that leads into Slocum Joe.
I just put Nancy in the fart chamber.
All right, I'm inside the plant. I have to find the raider leader, Jared.
Dude, I can't think of a less intimidating name for a raider than Jared.
What about Donald?
Shut the hell up. Anyways, I just got Kate and we're heading to the subway station. It's just down the road from here.
Christ, I just got my arm blown off.
That's what happens when you take cover on literal explosives.
Man, this place is full of sin. I'm hauling ass through it all right now.
Mine is full of wannabe gangsters. Me and Kate are riding through right now.
All right, I just killed Jared, but there's a good amount of raiders left that we can work outside.
I just got the deep range transmitter. We can finally get out of here. Boys, I found Nick, but I also found some crazy drift.
Not gonna lie, I don't think the Tansen is in down there.
Fine, I'll find something better down here, I'm sure.
All right, I got this little go-go gadget gizmo. Deacon said we could meet up back at the church.
Damn, now this trip is much better. I'm still trying not to laugh at Donald's totally out there.
What happens to the Kennedy?
Except for when the Kennedys try to jump off a bridge onto a tree and completely miss.
Shut your ass up, Obama.
Well, Dan's just gave me a legendary rifle for our hard work. What hard work? I've been watching your Discord stream. Dan's carrying you through the entire mission. No, he didn't.
All right, I fast traveled back to base. I'm officially a railroad agent, boys.
Ah, I got Skinny Malone's girlfriend to dump it. Oh, golly, I'm falling. Can we not get through one episode without one of you guys dying to fall damage? To be fair, John died from falling damage earlier when he jumped off that bridge.
That was hardcore parkour.
I'm traveling back to the settlement to tell them that the raiders are all gone.
I was just told about a new mission from Old Man Stockton, something to do with a runaway sin.
Me and Dick finally made it out. He said we'll meet up at his office in Diamond City. Let's go. I'm officially a Brotherhood initiate.
Wow, I was just promoted to general of the Minutemen.
Damn, it looks like we're all a part of a group now except Donald.
Shut up. You guys are making me do the worst ending in the game.
Well, it looks like we're all out of time for this.
Damn, that sure was fun. What's everybody doing now?
I'm gonna hop off. Rogan wanted to have me on his podcast, so I gotta get going.
That's cool. I have a rally in Michigan later today.
Does anyone in Michigan actually vote for you?
Shut up. I'll talk to you jerks tomorrow. All right? That sounds good. See you later, boys.
Peace out, gentlemen.
Wait. It's the big bag of leeches.
He's gone. God save him. Screw off. That was my fault.
Bro is not built in.
Whatever.
Well, I just got rid of a bunch of raiders here. I'm gonna hit. What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, Johnny, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. How you doing, Joe?
I'm okay. I haven't done anything, but I'm doing fine in dance.
That's cool. Anyways, I was wondering if you guys wanted to play some more Fallout. It's been 2 months.
You're right. Back to you sending his viewers in this video. Sure. That sounds good. I'll load it up right now.
Have you guys heard from Obama today?
So, last I checked, Discord said he had been playing Overwatch for 14 hours straight.
Here, let me ping him a couple of times.
Jesus Christ, what do you want?
Hey, Obama.
Obama, time to play Fallout 4.
But I'm playing Overwatch. I'm driving back.
Dude, you've been playing Overwatch since I left your house yesterday.
Fine. Only because the fans want me to.
You know, you guys, I'm still down to just say screw it and just play any base. Shut the hell up, Joe. We're not doing it.
All right. I'm moving up 4.
Great, let's do this already.
All right. Where did you guys get off?
I just got a mission from Strat Halen to go find a reflux path.
Back to the future looking at.
What are you doing, Kennedy?
Nothing really. Dr. Carrington gave me a mission at Bunker Hill. I have to go talk to Old Man Stockton about a sin.
That's lit. I'm talking to this immigrant robot. I'm about to go visit next so we can discuss my case. The chief for real to say that?
Epic stuff, boys. I'm traveling through Lexington. Country Crossing is having a raider problem. So I'm going to go see what I can do.
We should keep account of how many settlement missions Barack does throughout this place.
My God. Barney has been working like a bitch.
Okay, I just traveled back to Abernathy Farm. Apparently the capacity is down this way.
Dude, it's so damn dark. Fallout was just became a horror.
That's real as hell accident. I've been jump scared too many times in this game. Joe, you get jump scared every game you play. I remember you jumped at Club Penguin when the gun loaded in.
Club Penguin, seriously, Joe?
Shut up. Quit calling me out like that. All right, Nick's gonna take me over to Kellogg's old house in town, and we're gonna do a little stupid.
Oh, I see covenant in the distance.
God, that town is so gross. It reminds me of DC in 2016.
Eat my ass, John.
Trying to calm the capacitor. What the hell does the Brotherhood do for that?
How else are they supposed to power their DeLorean?
All right, we're in the house. I can't wait to post Kellogg's good face in.
I'm going to take the safe test. I want to talk to the merchants inside.
Sweet, I just turned the mission. I think I'm gonna go to Diamond City now to start doing things.
No one was thinking. We're all going to have to do the exact same things for the emergency video.
What do you mean?
Well, a new base. You guys all went in separate directions and had a completely different place. But in this game, we all have to save Nick. We all have to kill Kellogg and all that bullshit.
I see what you're talking about. The Vegas definitely has more to
Hey, my outfit still stands for it. Quit asking Joe. If you ask me again, I'll convince our viewers to make us replay football when we're done. You can't do that.
All right, gentlemen. I made it to Bunker Hill.
I just started following Dogby. We're on our way to Fort Hays.
That's cool. I just finished the safe test.
I'm outside of the city. Hyper is going full Terran mode right now. Okay, I'm getting out of government. This place is gross. I just arrived at Fort Hagen. We just went inside. You think you have enough stuff to take down Kellogg? We're about to find out. But my plan is to crush his skull with my power fist like those hydraulic press videos.
Great. Me and Deacon just got the location for the meetup later tonight. We're going to deliver a tip to a railroad steakhouse.
I just bought a case off from Arturo. Pretty excited to meet you. Not gonna lie. All right. Finally made this county crossing.
Dude, you're going to be stuck doing settlement visits while me and the fellows destroy the institute.
Well, really, you better not get super behind the line. Shut up. I'm not going to be late. You should be looking at Donald. He hasn't even joined the faction yet. I was going to join the Brotherhood until you assholes told me I had to do the Institute ending.
Okay, we made it to this church full of raiders. Why the hell did you think?
That's a railroad outlaw. What's going on with you? I just recruited 5 extra stock, but it'll be nice having someone else for the trigger of the shoot.
That's the real shit right there anyway. The Sims and Stockton are here.
Nice. I've been wiping out everything in here. I just made it to the elevator. Jesus Christ, get the hell off me! What the hell was that? Bro, you're getting a fucking lobotomy from this rat stand. That's the funniest thing I've seen all day. That's almost the personal one. How the hell do you die to a rat stand? You better shut your ass up, that man.
Kind of like so, Barack. Me and the crew here are taking out some firelights. Whatever raiders are still over here.
I just chainsawed Kyle in front of everyone in Dynasty City. Come out wherever you are, Kellogg. Johnny's here. I went back and killed that dumbass deer. I'm going to head towards Boston Common. Okay, man. I can't let Donald get too far ahead of the big quest.
You know, you're kind of right, Joe. I'm going to do another mission or two, and I'll head that way.
Hey, big guy!
Dear God, Donald, you're not even going to talk to him?
I can't. I turned his head into a slur.
When we first got married, you went from this simple life to now 5 of us.
All their expenses for schooling, skating, and even our vacations. So it's really important to have a financial advisor.
Fruit juice. This dude named... In high rise just spawned in. It kind of looks like Barack.
Oh, you, John.
Where you at, Obama?
I'm going to this raider base near the beach. After this, I'll probably save Nick like the rest of you.
That's what's up. I just learned that the Institute has my son. Well, no shit. I think we all knew that from the start.
Shut up, Kennedy. It's Lord.
Oh, crap.
What happened, Joe?
That was lame as hell. My chainsaw didn't do anything against that super mutant. Bro gave him a paper cut.
Check it out, fellas. The Brotherhood is here.
That's swag. We just made it to the safe house. I'm talking to high rise.
I just made it to the Raiders base. They're camping in this old subway system.
I'm back in Diamond City. I told Piper and Nick about how I found Kellogg's noggin into the stratosphere. All right, boys, I just made it to Park Street Station. This shit's about to get real. What's up, Doc? Got another mission for me? Nick just told us of the memory den and Dr. Amari. We're going to go to Good Neighbor right now.
God, Good Neighbor sucks so much ass.
I know, but I have to go there. The chainsaw's worked a lot better on humans.
That's good. I real thought you got scammed with it.
What mission are you doing now, John? I'm investigating an old railroad thing. I'm pretty sure it's overrun with raiders. Like, Marcus, what the hell happened now? I got swarmed. It wasn't my fault. Well, that's all right. Joe, my son trying to use your chainsaw to wipe out the entire floor. Shut up. No, you didn't. Joe, you know that might have costed you the video, right? No, it didn't. Don't have to go to the following season, so I'm not too worried.
Oh, shit, I forgot about that.
Well, it looks like I was right about the Raiders.
I just hate thinking this Raiders awesome. I got a cool likeness.
That's it, bro. I just made it to Good Neighbor. I made it into the ball. It's waiting to be done. What's wrong, Joe? Are you having heart palpitations again? No, asshole. I'm still recovering from when you shitheads late for that.
Uh-oh. That way I won't have to go back and forth the sanctions.
Nice. I'm talking to Mr. Foreskin. You're talking to who? I need you know a fresh new face.
Me and Preston are heading to Diamond City. We're pretty close to the ball 81.
I just got rid of a bunch of Raiders here. I'm going to head back to the church. Me and Nick just made it to the memory den. Speaking of Nick, I just rescued. We're going to fight our way out of here.
Hey, guys, what's good, bro? I've been thinking a little ahead. What are we going to do for these girls to get us through this week?
Oh, shit. Hold on, you're right. There's only 3 good ones. Well, there's the Ball 10 workshop one, but I'm pretty sure... None of us want to play that one. Boy, you got a great ass idea. Let's hear it. Yeah. How about whoever is the big mega most amount of time has to play the ball field?
Oh, God, that's an awesome idea.
Wait a damn second. No one said that before I lost the last video. That's because we weren't thinking about it. But I like Joe's idea a lot. You guys, you're damn wrong if you think I'm going to play Get Money in the goddamn ball workshop.
Don't die, and hopefully don't have to.
I'm not too worried about this episode, but things might get heavy when we get to the end game. For real, I'm going to have to stock up on quick food. All I need is some power armor and a handful of stim packs. All right, where's everyone now? I turned in that last mission a minute ago. I'm on my way to Diamond City and then Boston Common.
That's odd. I just made it here as well.
Damn, so I guess that means that Kennedy is the last one to make it to the city. Think about it, heading the faction quest. Plus, I'm heading there.
Good shit.
Where are you, Joe?
I'm still in the ball. Almost at the exit. We're going to see how well my chainsaw works against Skinny Malone.
Pete. I bought a submachine gun and a shotgun from Arturo. I also sold him the Raider armor I found in the last video.
I just hopped into the memory room. We're about to watch Morbius on this mug. Crossed over the bridge. I'm getting pretty close. Great green fuel. Yeah. I think Donald's character is fatter than Skinny Malone. You're a bitch, Joe.
All right, I'm outside of the city. We're on our way to save Nick.
I just watched Kellogg's mom give him a gun. That's an American off moment. Boys, I have a question. What happened? Do you guys prefer Diamond City or River City to Fallout 3? River City sucks. It's so damn easy to get lost.
I would call that a skill issue. But Donald's not wrong. Rivet City blows.
I mean, it's all right. Diamond City is a little boring. But so is River City. For real, but I gotta say, Vegas knocked the others out of the park. That's extremely valid. Anyways, I just learned the Institute uses teleportation to travel.
Bro, kid, it's Donald.
Don't me Dick finally figured it out. We're going to meet him back in his office so we can talk about our next move.
Don, you were right about us doing the exact same stuff. I just made it to the comments right as Joe left.
Yeah, this game is a little shaky, no cap.
Oh, crap, it's Spawn.
Damn, are you going to be able to take him out?
Well, I'm going to try at least. Preston and I are doing some damage.
I fast traveled back to Diamond City. I'm talking to Nick and Ellie right now. I just arrived here as well, but I'm not sticking around. I'm heading toward Park Street Station with Obama. How's that behemoth battle going, Barack?
Well, I'm not dead yet. That means anything.
Well, boys, I got my next quest. We're going to the glowing sea to find Virgil. Are you going to go get some power armor to shield you from the radiation?
Nah, don't worry about it. I'll be fine. Me and Nick are going to investigate Kellogg's house right now. Jesus Christ, I killed Swan, but I'm so low. Dear God, how much health do you even have? No, Captain. Literally at 0%. What? That's horseshit. That's you count as a death. I don't think so. He's still alive.
Yeah, he didn't die.
Whatever. I'm so sick of a rock punching his ass off in every game we play. Sorry, Donnie. I'm just that goaded. You're not goaded. You're a lucky-ass bitch.
Oh, geez, I'm getting attacked by super mutants.
All right, I just recruited Nicky and we're following Dogby. I just made it to the edge of the glowing sea. I'm ready to go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you naked? Because I'm not a coward. I look fear in the eye. Hey, man, that's fine by me. I want to play Nuka World.
Screw you, Joe. I'm playing Nuka World.
Get both of you. Shut the fuck up. Boys, I'm hauling ass right now. All right.
Same, actually. I think we went inside at the same time.
What's up with you, Joe? Still following Dogby. We're finding clues about Kellogg's whereabouts.
Spoiler alert, Joe. He's in Fort Hagen.
Shut up. I'm allowed to enjoy the story. The game is shitty enough as it is. Guys, I just noticed something today. What's that? Donald's character is so morbidly obese that his underwear shirt flips through his body. Go, shut the hell up, Obama.
I just found a pretty powerful SMG. From one of these games to make safe Valentine a logging team.
Oh, damn. I just realized I made 500 caps with the exact same gun all of these enemies have. Elbows, there's a red scorpion behind me. I'm still running. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's your fault.
What, in the Commonwealth?
Obama, you're a kid. You didn't tell me that there was DLC enemies in the world. I'm God, I installed that bomb. All right, homies, I'm getting close to the crater of Adam.
That's good. Me and Barack are plowing through the ball.
Yeah, I just killed Dina. I took care of the gators from India Fort Hagen. How's it going, you crazy bastard? Can you tell me where I can find Shrek?
All right, Nicky, let's go down. Boys, I finally made it to the fort.
Okay, the Democrats just told me that Virgil is fighting in the cave nearby. Why don't you just call him?
Nick and I are busting out of here. This gives me built bus.
Oh, Christ, there's so many stingrays. That's what you get for going in there naked for long. Eat me, Joe. You look like a Minecraft skeleton. All right, I made it into the cave.
I just wiped the entire ball clean. We're heading back to Diamond City.
Guys, I think this guy is having a stroke. That's the pictures works. I'm over it. Start by Telegram. Good luck.
Joe, you're pretty much the guaranteed big mega loser, so you really don't have much to lose.
God, why is Virgil leaving? All right, I'm about to fight skinny below. Finally done. Oh my God, it's how we end up. Me and Shrek here are discussing how I can get myself into these.
What if Virgil tells you that the teleporter won't work because you're too large?
Shut up, John, it's not funny anymore. No, I'm dead. Next stop is Vinny. Ghost. What do you guys think of Custer's trip? Dear God, it's perfect.
Barack, you have to romance it so they start calling you babe.
That's such a great idea. All right, I told Piper and Nick what happened in the elevator, even though they were there for the entire goddamn thing.
Nick and Ellie are interviewing me now about the case. So I guess next episode, the rest of us will go through the glowing sea.
I think so. Things are going to get pretty heavy once we're done with all of the story questions. Well, I'm almost done. All I have to do now is kill the torture and decode the chip. But you still have a bunch of faction questions to do. Don't act like you're 2 steps ahead, John. That's easy. I'm not worried.
Okay, let's go check out Kellogg's crib for clues.
I'm going to lie. I don't like how we get John here at the exact same spots in our play.
Welcome to Fallout 4, Obama.
Yeah, boys, no cap. Virgil is cave. Fellas, look. Privilege here. I can finally do more missions for dance. I just fast traveled back to Sanctuary to monitor some map sets. You should tell me where the Kellogg's house is. You're going to give her a hump?
Barack, if you keep giving Mama Murphy illegal substances, she isn't going to be Murphying much longer.
He's fine. He's got a tolerance for bath salts. I don't know about that. All right, I just got dressed again. I'm going to head to CIT to find the Corsa. I traveled back to the city and I found this deep pistol by Kellogg's bed. That's another New Vegas moment.
All right, I think we're about done here.
Yeah, this is... Stop. Wait, I wanted to go into the memory pit. No, you didn't. You're hoping I die so you're not the big mega loser. Whatever. At least we're tied up. Okay, well, what are you guys doing now?
Well, I got nothing planned. I think I'm going to go and play some Nintendo Wii. I'll get you guys up later.
All right, I'm going to get off. Tom, go grab something to eat. Oh, of course you are. Shut up, Joe. Okay, then see you boys later.
See you guys.
Finish dishwasher clean and remove grease and line scale and its minus and performing as fast.
Here. Order for pricing won't last long.
So I don't know if I'm cheating here. We're talking about the latest in regards to the Pittsburgh Penguins and Eric Carlson. And we're also talking about another name. Please, has entered the arena as a potential trade option. We're talking about both of these guys, and we're talking about the Detroit Red Wings. Thank you very much. Mostly because we are lost for topics, and the Red Wings could probably stand to use this sort of discourse around them. You know, I'm not normally one to go out there and directly say, hey, my favorite team should go after this guy. Unless it's said by somebody else, but this time around I actually do feel comfortable enough to say, yeah, it's going to be a pretty reasonable addition. Who knows? But, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure. Anyway, so let's talk firstly about Erik Karlsson. Because news from Josh Yohe of The Athletic goes out there and talks about how the Pittsburgh Penguins are willing to retain some of his salary. Trading him remains complicated, and his value around the NHL varies widely. It has already been discussed that Erik Karlsson should be traded, would prefer to go to a contender, and it's also been discussed that his $11.5 million cap hit in total and $10 million cap hit on the Penguins cap structure is an obstacle. He's making 11.5 per season in total, but against the Penguins cap hit is at 10. Pittsburgh is willing to retain some money on this deal to make a trade go through. Now, what exactly that dollar amount is, we don't know. If it's $2 million, for example, $2 million for the next 2 years, if you get Erik Karlsson at $8 million a year on your payroll, I'd say that's reasonably good, especially since he has been a 50-point guy the past 2 seasons, despite sharing the offensive load with Crystal Tony. We have seen what he is capable of doing when he is just the guy, when there's nobody else challenging him for top minutes. He scored 100-plus points and won another Norris Trophy. He is very, very good, this Erik Karlsson. Lacks on defense, but he definitely makes up for it with his offensive productivity and potential. So, with this information revealed, I want you to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. How much does Pittsburgh need to retain in order for you to be interested in Erik Karlsson? We've seen a lot of Wings fans jumping onto the Karlsson train the past few days. We've seen a lot of Wings fans saying, oh, it's too expensive, maybe this is not really the guy that Stevie Y needs to be going out there and targeting. But I pose you this argument as well, that the Red Wings haven't really made any sort of a big push since acquiring Alex DeBrincat a few years ago. Sure, they got Patrick Kane, but that was a lot less of a big push, quote-unquote, because the guy was coming off a surgery and he wanted to play in Detroit. But Stevie Y is in need of making some big moves here. And Erik Karlsson would be a big move. Is he a guy that you're interested in if there is salary retained? Heck, we've already making these videos talking about Karlsson with the idea of him and his full dollar amount coming over. So now, seeing that salary retention is on the table, what's the dollar amount that you feel comfortable taking Erik Karlsson on if you're Detroit and Stevie Y, for example? Now, I wanted to shift gears a little bit from Pittsburgh over to Colorado. No, we're not talking about Crosby and McKinnon. We're talking about Samuel Girard. Because it was posted about in Colorado Hockey Now 3 days ago that in regards to the Colorado Avalanche, Eric Dean still stands by the thought that the Avalanche had and continue to have plans to trade away Girard. Now this is a really interesting name. And once you dive into Samuel Girard as a potential trade option, then you start to open up a little bit more. He's 27 years old, 5'10", 170, a left-handed defenseman. So there you go. If you wanted to say Vincent, Johansson, Girard, one of these guys might need to play third pair if you acquire this kind of a player. But Sammy Girard was a very utilized and very productive player for Colorado the past few years. He was known primarily for his skating.
Hello? Hello? I'm okay. Not much. No, just not me. Dinner. Just got to make dinner. Yeah, it's 4. So it's 5. Yeah. Sometimes I do. Chicken drumsticks. Yeah. Or frozen veggies. Yeah. I eat free. Yeah. Just eat veggies yesterday. That was okay. Yeah. I'm like saying on. No. No. Around the house. This and stuff with AJ. Like staying my goals and stuff. Like goals like I want to do. Like some I want to do. Yeah. Just for meds. Okay. Okay.
He can skate like the wind, he can twirl like the wind, he is very, very nimble on his feet, and he has been in the 30 plus full range the past few years. He's been slowed down by limited finished plate singles, but for example, back in 2021, he had 32 points in only 48 games played. This is where a lot of folks started to see the best out of Samuel Girard. Also, he had 10 points in 15 games in the playoffs of 2020. He has been a primary Colorado average guy the past few years, and you can see even here. In the postseason, it's true that he started to dwindle a little bit in ice time, some 17, 15, 14-minute games here and there. But throughout the course of the regular season, I mean, Sammy Girard was frequently getting 21, 22 minutes per night. This guy was very utilized in Colorado on a decor that already boasted the likes of Taves and McCarr. Girard was right in there in the mix as a valuable piece, and now he's available for trade. This is an article on StoneHockeyRivers.com that goes out there and talks about Samuel Girard. Let's go out there and read this over here.
Wait, guess who else played detective?
The real mystery of Mr. Irritates. Again, it's always puts your concrete and gentle. It cleans better, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residue.
And it's gentle on their skin.
Dry tire free and gentle with 100% money back guarantee. It's got to be tried.
Well, Colorado ultimately was not able to re-sign defenseman Brian Lindgren, who inked a 4-year deal with Seattle. Their efforts to do so called into question the future of Sammy Girard. Eric Dean of Colorado Hockey Now speculates that the Avalanche could be open to moving him. While he was deployed as their third defender during the regular season, his usage dropped to third during minutes of the playoffs. And if head coach Jared Bednar feels that there's more optimal spot for him moving forward, he'd be a pricey third-pairing player at $5 million for the next 2 years. Although the Avs are cap compliant, after some off-season shuffling, they could still use some more flexibility, especially with Marvin Akers on a significant extension for 26-27. On the other hand, Girard is just one of 2 left-shot blue liners in the Avalanche's top 6, so if they were to move him, it might be more of a player-for-player swap that would see them get another blue liner in return, rather than a true cap-clearing move. So, cue the speculation as to what it is Sammy Girard could fetch from a team like the Detroit Red Wings. I do think there are improvements to be had if you are Stevie-wide trading for a guy like Girard. He is just an upgrade for, I'd say, most of the Red Wings defensemen right now. If you wanted to say, okay, maybe it's not Ben Sherratt and Mo-Sider, maybe it's Edmondson and Sider, and then you move Girard to a second pairing with Johansson. I actually like that idea. If you're able to send away, let's say, Ben Sherratt and some extra prospects or picks for a guy like Girard, then maybe Colorado bites. Maybe they're interested in getting a little bigger, a little bit tougher. Ben Sherratt can also play minutes. Man, look at me trying to sell Ben Sherratt to a team like the Colorado Avalanche. Like that would ever go through. But still, I'm taking a look at this update and saying, yeah, there's a pretty good opportunity here. Not just on the Erik Karlsson front, but on Sammy Girard as well. Now, of course, I'm not going to go out there and hypothesize the crazy, out-of-this-world sale mode scenario with the Red Wings acquiring both of these dudes, Carl's. Well, here we are, talking once more about the World Junior Summer Showcase in the final game, which ended up wrapping up just a few hours ago. Now, it has been a pretty hot topic how Team Finland and Team Sweden would go up there and face each other in the finals of this tournament. The Finns ultimately ended up with the win, 3-1. We didn't speak about this earlier in today's show, but Montreal Canadiens prospect Atos Koivu did get himself an assist. Finally, he's going out there and scoring points that are not just goals. But the Swedes, these are who we are focusing on today. We are talking about Team Sweden, and we are talking about a Vancouver Canucks prospect on Team Sweden that unfortunately seemed that tied for tied for third in the tournament in points is Wilson Bjork. And I honestly do not know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Is it like Anders Bjork? Is it like the musical artist? There's a C in there, which makes it a little bit confusing. Bjork. I'm not too sure, but Either way, Wilson York scored 6 points in 5 games in the tournament, 1 goal and 5 assists. He was at 6 points in 4 games before today's contest. And he has really proven himself as one of the most impactful players of the tournament. Is he a Vancouver Canucks steal? By the way, speaking about the Canucks, big happy birthday to Evander Kane, who is now 34 years old. Oh yeah, the Vancouver Canucks got themselves a brand new 34-year-old to play alongside of Filipino. That's going to be great. But Wilson York is 19 years old, 6 feet, 165.
Rudy, he is available, chat.
Was January 13th, 2006, meaning that he actually was eligible for the 2024 NHL entry draft, but he was passed over. This is because in 23-24, he only had 24 points in 41 games with the Djurgården junior team. That production is not really all too great. Half a point a game in the junior league as a draft eligible guy.
Space of the guy did eventually.
Passed over. But the season after, 24-25, he exploded for 67 points in 43 games and was good enough to get a cup of coffee with Djurgården's Allsvenskan team. Ended up playing some games over there and ended up seeing himself get drafted.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
His ball goes to their name at 6 feet, 165 as a center.
Son of a bitch.
And the Elite Prospects draft guide says that he sets up chances at a significantly higher rate, making the simple plays, but also flashing the vision required for more complex passes through layers too.
It's more than this. It's a little surprised him up. And it's sit here equally. It's been once
He plays off his linemates well and helps them maximize their playmaking talents, exploiting their slot at just the right time. York totally dominated the Junior 20 national scene in Sweden, and he did the same at this World Junior Summer Showcase tournament. Also, it's interesting to note that Wilson York was able to do all of this with Djurgården alongside of his brother, Viggo Bjork. This other Bjork is 17, and he's ranked for the 2026 NHL draft as a consolidatedly ranked 5th overall. He is one of the top prospects in the upcoming draft, and his older brother, Wilson, was drafted by Vancouver. Where have we seen this before? Yeah, I'm thinking about the Aiden celebrating, Macklin celebrating thing. I'm thinking about Clint Hughes, Jack Hughes, and Luke Hughes. I'm thinking about Henrik and Daniel Sedin. Wilson York was one half of the incredible Djurgården Junior 20 York brothers. And of course, Viggo ended up leading the entire J20 in points with 74 and 42. But let's go back over to Wilson here. So he'll be heading over to Colorado College for the 25-26 campaign in the NCAA. But before we head over to that, we've got to talk about what he had done at the World Junior Summer Showcase. The production was there, the playmaking was there, and scouts were taking note. Because on DailyFaceoff.com, you had Stephen Ellis writing just 2 days ago about how Wilson York was one of the standouts. You could only take so much out of a week-long summer hockey tournament, but the Canucks must be thrilled with Wilson York's play. He has been Sweden's best playmaker, and he looked great on the 30th with an assist. He thrives near the net, but he also makes great, high-quality passes under pressure better than most of the Swedish attack. York has not only been one of Sweden's best players this week, but he's also been one of the best players in the tournament. Period. It's unfortunate that that could not manifest in any points in the final game, but Wilson York has still been a crazy good story to follow. And that was expanded upon at the beginning of the month, where we see Canucks in their newly renewed series of articles go out there and talk about this student. My buddy Chris Faber went out there and posted this last month on July 9th, talking about Wilson York bringing his rich ways to the Canucks and Colorado College. This also is a really great image. I want to use that for the thumbnail. But let's go out there and read just what New York's perspective is on being a Canucks prospect and developing from last year to this year. The 19-year-old was passed on in last year's draft and was selected in the 5th round in 2025. He saw his offensive numbers more than double over the past 2 seasons in the Swedish J20 League. I had more confidence in the team and grew more confident as a player. I think it all started in the offseason. I grew a few centimeters and I gained some muscle. I think that's the number one thing, said Bjorn. His Djurgården's team was full of talent, and they went on to win the J20 playoffs. Bjorn was second in the team with 67 points and led the team with 28 goals. It was certainly a good team, and we got the results we wanted. We've all played together for 3 years, so we've been practicing every day. And many of us have been playing with each other for 10 years. Chemistry was there, and it was just a fun team to play with. We had extremely good talent and skill. We grew as a team, and we grew as players because of practice. We knew each other so well that we could step on each other's toes. That would happen in practice, and it would stay in practice, and in that way, we could all grow better. The article then talks about how Wilson's younger brother Vigo is going to be a top pick in the upcoming draft. Playing on line with each other was a treat for the York brothers last season, and Canucks development camp allowed Wilson to chat with 2 brothers who had lengthy NHL careers while playing alongside of each other. The Sedins have always been idols for me, York said. For me to play with my brother, we always wanted to be compared with them, York said with a smile. It's a big deal, and really nice for me to get to know them. Wilson grew last summer and found that he had increased his size and his strength, and that helped his game evolve. He's always had motor and runs hot and takes pride in being a strong forechecker, but found success going to the net and using his skillful hands to move pucks over goalies. On top of his good play around the net, York found success with his accurate wrist shot from the right side of the ice. He played that right half wall in the power play and is accurate with his wrist and one-timer. He believes he plays it best when he keeps it simple and relies on maintaining a high pace with his skating. York is the type of player who wants to influence every shift with his speed and capitalize on scoring chances when they present themselves. And Chris is such a good writer, man. Very, very happy to see him succeeding in Canucks role. But ultimately, Wilson York, the subject of today's video, was not able to pull it off and get the job for Team Sweden in this game today. But there's still a really good resume and body of work that we've paid attention to the past week. And Canucks fans should be very excited for it. Where does this take York in the Colorado College next season? I guess we gotta wait and see. But for now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the newest Canucks stud of a Swedish prospect that is looking to be somewhat of a steal, depending.
Chips on the balls, now bring more to the table. More chicken, that is. Served in habanero, barbecue crispy chicken, and cilantro lime. You'll turn differently with chips on the balls, now with more seasoned chicken. The liver is fast and all drowsy allergies and believe that there's absolutely no sweetness to they don't taste it.
I feel like I'm cheating. Seriously. I only say that I try not to be the dude that hypothesizes stuff for my favorite teams to go out there and do. But when somebody else goes out there and says it, it gives us the validation to make a video about it. Because, hey, some of y'all will hit me up saying, hey, I saw this idea. Somebody was talking about it online. Somebody spoke about it on the radio. Somebody made a piece about it, or they wrote about it, or they spat off about it. What are your thoughts? And that is the point of this YouTube channel. To leave no stone unturned, to dive into all the possibilities and to talk about the scenario. So, let's head back over on to JamesPod.com on a piece published on July 25th, 2025 by Trevor Banks. 9 young players with big potential that the Vancouver Canucks could target in trade. Now, big potential indeed. We have already made our fair share of commentaries talking about this dude in Anaheim, Mason McTavish. But if you scroll down and go by the #1 Anaheim Ducks trade chip at the moment, you will see a conversation on 2 guys that I am very familiar with. Take a look at this. Alex Newhook of Kirby Dog from the Montreal Canadiens. Banks writes here in the article, The Habs have completely rebuilt their team since their Stanley Cup final loss in 2021. However, two players who could be looking for fresh starts may be Alex Newhook and Kirby Dach. Both can play center and be physical, but both have taken a step back with the Habs. With Ivan Demidov now in Montreal, along with the acquisition of Zach Bolduc, it's conceivable that Newhook or Dach could be dealt. Ah, yes. Conceivable. Inconceivable. Okay, I gotta get the princess bride out of my gosh darn brain. But Alex Newhook or Kirby Dach are indeed listed as potential trade options here for the Vancouver Canucks. And I just gotta say, as much as I appreciate what it was that Jim Hughes did to bring in a certain type of guy, a certain type of age demographic to the Montreal Canadiens, I think at some point you're going to have to start realizing that maybe that wasn't the best choice at the time. Kirby Dach and Alex Newhook are both Montreal Canadiens guys that do have value, and they are relatively young. I mean, Newhook 24, Kirby Dach 24, these guys actually, Kirby Dach January 21, Newhook January 28. These guys are a week apart in terms of their age. But they both have gone through some serious hurdles developing in the National Hockey League that I honestly am not 100% confident that a Dach or a Newhook would be a significant upgrade over a guy like Filipino, for example. Like, Filipino is the pencil-in second-line center for the Vancouver Canucks right now. And honestly, the only real hiccup with him is the fact that he gets hurt all the time. He's a good player, and maybe even somebody that deserves a second-line chance full-time. But he just can't stay healthy. And you could say the same thing about Kirby Dach.
Wow, shit, a lot of people want to resign.
Taking 0 by Chicago back in 2019. I think a lot of Canadiens fans are sort of coming around to the idea that maybe Dach wasn't the best acquisition the Habs could have made. Montreal suddenly turned away Alexander Arnold for the first round.
Fuck, Eastern to be fucking dominant.
That's the trade that went down. You have to wonder maybe if the Canadiens just traded for another player, or if they used the pick themselves, where would everything be in 2025? But Kirby Dach went through some very unfortunate development years in Chicago. His first year with the Hawks was pretty good, 23 points in 64 games. But the year after, he ended up getting injured at the World Juniors. And this was the weird year where the World Juniors was like the opening part of the year because it was COVID and there was a shutdown and everything. And Dach got injured in the preliminary game. That's why, as the captain of Team Canada, he had 0 games played and 0 points. Upon returning to Chicago, though, he had 10 points in 18 games, which is pretty good, but then he dipped to 26 points in 70 games the next year. Add to that the trade to Montreal. He ends up getting 38 points in 58 games in his first season with the Habs, but then gets injured again and misses the majority of the 23-24 campaign, only playing 2 games in that whole sample. Dach then got injured again in 24-25, had 22 points in 57 games. This guy is not looking like the healthiest of the crop, and at this point, you're really starting to question whether or not he has had the proper time to marinate and grow his game at the NHL level. There was a period where Kirby Dach was seen as potentially the next Ryan Getzlaf. Big guy, right-handed dude with some potential at a Dach in the Saskatoon Blade system in the WHL. It's why he was taken 3rd overall by Chicago. Even though a lot of folks, myself included, thought that Chicago would go with Turcotte, because Turcotte was a local guy. He's from Illinois, also projected to go to the top of the draft as a top NTDP center, but Dach went 3rd instead. Turcotte then went over to LA, and now we've seen how his career has gone. He's also been hurt by injuries a lot. So for Vancouver, I just don't think Kirby Dach is a reasonable ask, because he's a guy that's been so vulnerable in the same way Filipino has. They're kind of doubling up on that kind of problem if you trade for this guy. Now, for Alex Newhook, he has been a lot healthier than Kirby Dach the past few years. 71 games with Colorado in 22-23. Excuse me, in 22, he had 82 games in 23. Then he played 55 games with the Canadiens the year after, which was a little bit less. but then he had an 82-game season this most recent year with 15 goals and 11 assists. Unfortunately for Newhook, I just don't think he's good enough to be a full-time second-line guy in Vancouver, especially where
We're in a volcano that has vintage Ultramax against top burnt on stadiums. Vintage Ultramax bring.
he would have to be lining up behind Elias Pettersson, and he would have to essentially be the replacement for JT Miller. Not to say that anybody really is capable of becoming JT Miller 2.0 and fully taking over that role, but for Alex Newhook, I mean, this is a guy who would have to fill in some serious shoes for Vancouver should he be a Canucks trade target. He was getting 15, 16 minutes per night here for Montreal, which is not great, and his production wasn't fantastic either. 15 goals is not bad, but 26 points. You would expect more out of a guy who would thrust into his second line role if you're Patrick Alvey and the Vancouver Canucks. So ultimately, while I understand the vision here that Beggs is bringing when talking about young players with potential the Canucks can target in a trade, yeah, it's true. I'd say that Doc and Newhook both had a lot of potential heading into the 2019 draft, and so these are the kinds of videos that are a little bit more fun to make because we can diversify and dive into multiple things. We've got the final RFA arbitration date set and dismissed earlier this morning. It's all courtesy of the Toronto Maple Leafs. And we also have ourselves some trade speculation and updates for the Montreal Canadiens. Firstly, let's start out by talking about my guy. Fellow Filipino and probably the more successful of us two, in Nick Robertson. Because earlier this week it was revealed the asking price and where exactly both the Maple Leafs and Robertson's party himself were pricing themselves in negotiations. We have the signing that was done today, and it's all confirmed here. The Toronto Maple Leafs have signed Nick Robertson to a $1.825 million AAV contract, and it's only 1 year long. It goes on to later this season. It's a prove-it deal of all.
Thank
all prove-it deals. And admittedly, I think this works out very well for both sides. $1.8 million for Nick Robertson is not bad, considering the fact that he had 15 goals in 69 games played the most recent season. He's always been more of a goal scorer. He's got a really good shot. If Robertson can get upwards of 15 to 20 goals this upcoming season for Toronto, especially with the departures of some of their top dogs, maybe there's a world where Nick Robertson displays tremendous value for a $1.825 million contract. Let's head over on to this article posted on ProHockeyRumors.com, because Brian LaRose had the updated numbers from the negotiations earlier this week. Take a look at this. So the agreement, the contract signing for Robertson, comes one day after the two sides made their submissions in advance of Sunday's scheduled arbitration hearing. Toronto filed at $1.2 million, while Robertson's camp came in at $2.25 million. The midpoint of those numbers is $1.725 million, so Robertson was able to beat that by $100K with this agreement, while it represents a big raise from the $875,000 he had received last year.
Spreading bubbles easy peasy, please. 5 times faster. Easy peasy.
Hardwood pricing is on now. Where did you pay? Well, we paid. You can get my price on this escape.
So, I'm going to be honest, like $2.25 million for Robertson, that's not even an unreasonable ask. Like, I think that's fine. I think even if the Maple Leafs gave Robertson his full demand and signed him at $2.25, I don't know if anybody would be really upset about that. 15 to 20 goals out of a $2.25 million guy is not bad. But you get him on a little bit of a discount at $1.825 million instead. Now, this article does go out there and say that, oh yeah, he has shown himself to be a capable depth scorer, but he hasn't been able to stay in the lineup much. And after notching 14 goals in 23-24, he got 15 goals in 24-25, averaging a career high 12 minutes per game. However, while he was in the lineup more often than not during the regular season, that wasn't the case in the playoffs. Robertson played just 3 games for the Maple Leafs during the playoffs, despite picking up points in 2 of those outings, a goal and an assist. The lack of consistent playing time led to Robertson requesting a trade last summer, an ask that wasn't granted. At this point, it doesn't appear as if the request has been dropped either. However, a $1.825 million price tag for a player who hasn't been able to stay in the lineup on a regular basis might be on the high side for some teams, although a swap of young forwards and similar contracts could be a viable path to a change of scenery for Robertson. On the other hand, Toronto's most prominent offseason addition up front to replace Mitch Marner was winger Matias Maccelli, acquired from Utah. With the Maple Leafs looking to ice a more balanced lineup, there could be a chance for Robertson to get more of a look in a top 6, or even a top 9 role in 25-26. And if that were to happen, he might be inclined to rescind his request to be moved. So, this is good. I'd say it's fine. This is the last arbitration case that we were going to see throughout the summer. They have all been settled and they've all been signed. So Nick Robertson, I mean, it comes as no surprise to anybody that they were able to get this contract signing done, especially since the demands were reasonably close to each other. I'm just happy for Nick Robertson himself, because for the first time in his NHL career, he'll be earning a lot more than just $800,000, $700,000 a year. He's finally getting his payday. And if he performs well this upcoming year, he could be getting an even bigger payday in 2026-2027. So this is good for the guy. He's only 23 years old. There's a lot of time for Robertson to still establish himself in the National Hockey League. But this is not the only story that I wanted to talk about in this video. I wanted to shift gears a little bit and go from one small-ish story to another small-ish story and talk about the Montreal Canadiens. Let's shift gears over to this piece posted by, who was this? Al Hoyman on HabsFanatics.com earlier this morning. This article talks about the price tag for Mike Matheson and how it's finally been revealed. Let's scroll down over here. Since joining the Montreal Canadiens, Mike Matheson has been a key piece in the team's rebuild. His 23-24 season was one of the best because he got 62 points, while his 24-25 season didn't live up to expectations. He only scored 31 points. He did elevate his defensive game. Not only was he the most heavily used player on the team, but with an average ice time of 25.05 per game, he was also the 7th most used player in the entire NHL. But with the rise of the team's young defensemen, one has to wonder, is there still room for Matheson in Montreal? Now, this is where we dive into the numbers, because he's currently earning $4.875 million a year. And according to this piece, he'll likely receive a significant raise. AFP Analytics, which provides projections for potential contract extensions via the site Cap Wages, has estimated the value of Mike Matheson's next deal. According to AFP's projections, Matheson could earn $6.5 million a year on a 4-year deal. Considering the salary cap is expected to rise significantly in the coming years, this article says that's not bad. But is committing to another 4 years really logical given the team's current situation? Do you think he'll be traded for that reason? Now that is honestly something that I can see both sides of. I can see AFP's projection, and I can see why they're giving him such a big dollar amount. Hey, he was one of the most utilized players in the National Hockey League this season. The cap is going up, and when you just go off of the ice time, you go off of deployment, you go off of the circumstances of the NHL's financial picture, then it's like, okay, Mike Matheson is probably going to get a lot of money. $6.5 million is what they're projecting here. And that's coming off of a season where he only had 31 points, half of what he had the year before. But does that mean that Montreal is a lot more poised to trading this guy? Because it's like, hey, do they really want to give 6-point-something million to a guy that reasonably might be a third-pairing defenseman in just a few years? Not because Matheson sucks, but because you have Hudson and Gouley over him. That is the dilemma here. And I think for Montreal, I'm not too sure if Ken Hughes is going to be willing to sit with that uncertainty and just let Matheson cook as a Canadiens defenseman, bolstering up his free agency value and potentially making it difficult for teams to trade for him. Of course, though, if Matheson is really, really good in 2025, 2026, then maybe it becomes easier to trade for the guy. Maybe the Canadiens are interested to say, oh, yeah, well, now he's a very valuable piece, so let's try to shop him. And I think he's going to play because they really want this good, healthy defenseman who plays a lot of minutes. This is the dilemma with Matheson, and I did think it was interesting enough to talk about in this video. Maybe not big enough to make its own commentary about it, but hey, I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Firstly, how do you feel about Nick Robertson signing with the Toronto Maple Leafs, getting that arbitration nullified, and getting the pen to the dotted line? And what are your thoughts on Mike Matheson and his projected $6.5 million AAV contract post this season? Thoughts in the comment section below. These guys, Matheson and Robertson, what's the situation for them?
You always want what's best for your small business. So why do you get buried under invoices, receipts, payments?
What are you playing, John?
I'm running Tiger to Tiger. This game's is peak. What about you, man?
I just started a Terraria. I started over at Bucks.
That's tight.
I don't know. All right, well, what else do you play?
Why don't we just play Mario Party? I have 10 downloads.
So do I, actually. That sounds pretty good.
What's up, stickers? Hey, Donald, we were talking about playing Mario Party right now.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm so down. Which one are we playing? We were thinking about running 7. Kennedy doesn't have a Switch, so our options are a little bit.
You're going to see 7? That one is almost older than Jones.
Hey, dude.
Can out on GameCube. Well, are we playing it or not? We might as well. I want to watch Joe lose his mind when he loses. Shut up. I'm going to win.
No, you're not. I'm gonna win.
All of you shut up and load the damn game already.
Franchise has
Introducing our competitor.